Principally, today's reflections are about the role of technology in enhancing or challenging journalism and media work. That it is important that all media employees and journalists embrace technologies, understand technologies, artificial intelligence and others, the opportunities it presents and the challenges thereof, so that they need to understand that in the very broadest sense, so that then their work is better, because the advent of technology, the innovation and the fast changing global dynamics means that the average journalist understands that innovations, technologies and artificial intelligence will affect what they do now and in the future. It will affect how they are able to monetize, or rather make money or earn an income from their journalistic work. So acquiring those skills is important. Secondly, is also trying to give journalists and media workers with skills to survive in and out of the newsroom. That you can be a journalist or media worker or content creator, but engage in other relevant either income generating activities or strategic livelihood engagements, so that you do not entirely come to journalism as the sole income generator or livelihood promoter, but you do journalism as a passion, as a defender of truth and a defender of freedom of expression, but then find other skills which are related to your training or experience that can help you make a livelihood and some income. We think that those are the new skills that needed for the modern journalist and media worker, and they will help them survive in future. Kweli kwamba wanahabari wamefanya kazi nzuri sana sana sana. Watu wengi sana wanapenda kukashifu wanahabari katika utendakazi wao, lakini ni kwamba wanahabari katika mazingira magumu sana wamefanya kazi yao. Wameweza kuonyesha utendakazi wa gatuzi zile ama counties, wameweza kuuliza maswali ambapo haitaka kuulizwa, na pia wameweza kuwasaidia wananchi wakaelewa kazi ya gatuzi na counties zile. Kwa hivyo wanahabari wamefanya kazi yao vizuri. Cha muhimu kuelewa ni kwamba gatuzi zenyewe zina matatizo, maana kama sasa pengine hawajalipwa mishahara, wana miradi ambayo imekwama na matatizo hapa na pale ya kuanzisha serikali zao, lakini kwamba wanahabari wamefanya kazi yao. Kumbuka tu kazi ya wanahabari ni kuripoti yanayotendeka, kuuliza maswali na kukumbusha watu wakaweza kufuatilia mambo fulani. Kwa hivyo kulingana na mimi kwamba wanahabari na kazi ya wanahabari imesaidia pakubwa katika kufaulu kwa ugatuzi nchini Kenya. We know that anybody attacking journalists is simply attacking the truth and attacking the freedom of expression. You must understand that anybody who has an issue against a journalist, that person has an issue against the truth and has an issue against freedom of expression. Number two is that if people attacking journalists have not been taken to court, it reflects further about our lobbying power and the prosecutorial agencies, the ability to follow the law, because freedom of expression operates within other freedoms, other fundamental freedoms, freedom of expression, freedom of the media, freedom to express divergent opinion and all that. And so when you notice that the freedom of the media is being challenged, it means that every other freedom is also being challenged. And mostly, journalists get attacked in a context where they are reporting other fundamental freedoms being challenged. And that's why the theme of the World Press Freedom Day 2023 was the freedom of expression as a launch pad for all other freedoms. So the consequence of when you see the press freedom index of a country is directly proportional to the general democracy index of a country. Yes. So we continue condemning in the strongest possible terms attacks against journalists and urge the bodies that are responsible to bring those responsible to account to do their work. So when you see people attack journalists and they're not brought to account, the same people who are failing to bring the attackers to account are eventually going to fail to bring any other lawbreaker to account, and then we will face lawlessness. We moved from standardized curricula to modular curriculums, strategic courses. You want to, because we have emerging issues. We talk about climate change, totally emerging, the blue economy, totally emerging, and all that. You can't set a curriculum that is standard. The secret is to have as many responsive training modules. So we moved to, at the MCK Academy, we moved to modular programs that we have specific targeted courses and trainings. Otherwise, a standardized curriculum makes the whole thing too static, isn't it? The whole idea is to make sure as many modular programs, because then they're able to respond quickly to emerging challenges. Remember, journalism, just like literature, is a mirror of society. We need to train and give to society agile journalists and media workers who are able to quickly evolve. And that's why we went the modular way, quick courses that respond to issues that are emerging. So if you do a curriculum and standardize it, right, then you will be unable to move to issues that are emerging. Instead, is do as many as possible modular courses that can quickly be panel beaten to across. Tatizo kuu zaidi tulilonalo, tuna tatizo la vyuo vikuu ambavyo vinatoa watu ambao wamehitimu lakini hawawezi kufanya kazi, si wanahabari tu. Matatizo hilo liko kabisa, ndio maana unaona watu wengi waliofunzwa lakini hawawezi kufanya kazi. Kwa hivyo tuanze kabisa kwamba tufikirie ukweli kuhusu, je, vyuo vikuu na taasisi za mafunzo ya juu, je, yanawatayarisha vijana wetu kuingia katika maeneo ya kazi, ama wanawafunza tu ili wakapita mtihani? Kwa hivyo tunafanya kwa ni mafunzo ya kupita mtihani, si mafunzo ya kufanya kazi. Na taaluma nyingi, wanahabari ni mojawapo tu ya taaluma zaidi ya 15 ambapo watu wanaohitimu kutoka vyuoni, yaani jamani, hawajiwezi, wanapopewa kazi wanakuambia kule hawajielewi. Kwa hivyo ni tatizo kuu ambalo tunataka tujadili zaidi na vyuo vikuu na taasisi za mafunzo ya juu, ili waweze wanaelewa kwamba wanahabari unahitaji ili tukafunza. Kumbuka pia wanahabari nao wenyewe unasonga sana, kuna mageuzi mengi, kuna teknolojia ya kisasa inayokuja kwamba mafunzo yale lazima yawatayarishe watu, si kwamba ulichosoma ukitumia katika kazi yako, lakini upewe uwezo wa kufikiria na kujifunza mapya yanayoanza. Kwa maana ukafunza kwamba kufunza miaka 10 unataka kutumia leo, bwana, teknolojia na sayansi itakuacha tu. Kwa hivyo tatizo tulionao si kwamba wanahabari tu, tatizo kwamba hali ya mafunzo yetu katika vyuo vikuu na taasisi za elimu ya juu na mahali pa kazi tofauti, wanahabari, udaktari na kazi zingine zote, kuna tashwishi kidogo ambavyo tu waweze kushirikiana. Kwa kizungu wanasema academia and industry linkages, inakosekana kidogo. If you engage in incitement and misinformation and fail to respond to adherence to the code of conduct, refuse to train your staff, refuse to account for your actions, isn't it? You're simply in gross violation of the law. And remember, airwaves, right, are public property. You're just a trustee. Many people wanted you were given, isn't it? You're going to use yours to engage in such massive disinformation, then it's the duty of the regulators to discuss. And yes, we regularly exchange notes with the initial thing is to protect the freedom of every media house to operate, isn't it? That's why we will warn you, do you need more capacity, do you need more training, do you need better equipment to do your job better, isn't it? But if you fail to respond to all that, then when we realize that your continuous operation causes more harm than good, then that we go there. But ideally, the principle is promote and uphold press freedom, build the capacity of every media house, every media individual, so that they can do their job well, okay? Technology and innovation is changing the way people perceive and consume news and media content. It is the work of the media worker or the journalist to also be tech savvy and be innovative in their work.